It was a moonless night when Emily and Mark found themselves driving on a desolate stretch of highway, far from any signs of civilization. The air inside the car was thick with tension as the couple headed deeper into the darkness. They had taken a detour from their planned route, thinking it would be a shortcut to their weekend getaway cabin, but now they regretted their decision. The road seemed to go on forever, winding through dense forests that swallowed any traces of light. The only illumination came from the dim headlights of their car, casting eerie shadows on the towering trees that lined the highway. Emily's knuckles were white as she clutched the steering wheel, while Mark stared intently at the map on his phone, desperately trying to find their way back to the main road. As the minutes turned into hours, their unease grew. They hadn't passed a single vehicle since they'd taken the detour, and there were no road signs to provide any guidance. Emily's voice trembled as she finally broke the silence. "Mark, are you sure we're going the right way?" Mark tried to sound confident, though doubt gnawed at him. "Yes, according to the map. We should be reaching the main road soon. Just keep going straight." But straight seemed to be leading them deeper into the unknown. The forest closed in around them, and the silence was broken only by the rustling of leaves and the occasional distant hoot of an owl. Emily couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched, and she stole glances at the side mirrors, half expecting to see something lurking in the shadows. Suddenly, the headlights illuminated a figure up ahead. Emily slammed on the brakes, bringing the car to a screeching halt. The figure was a young woman, disheveled and shivering, standing in the middle of the road. She waved her arms frantically, pleading for help. Mark and Emily exchanged hesitant glances before Mark rolled down his window a crack. "Are you okay?" he called out. The woman's voice quivered as she replied, "Please, you have to help me. My car broke down, and I've been walking for hours. I don't know where I am." Emily's heart softened, and she unlocked the car doors. "Get in," she said, her voice still shaky. The woman climbed into the back seat, offering a faint smile of gratitude. "Thank you so much. I don't know what I would have done out here alone." As they continued down the road, Emily tried to make small talk, asking the woman about her name and where she was headed. The woman introduced herself as Sarah and explained that she was on her way to visit her family in a nearby town. Despite the initial relief of having a passenger, unease began to settle back in the car. Emily noticed that Sarah's story seemed to have inconsistencies, and she couldn't help but wonder how someone could have gotten so lost on a simple drive to visit family. The atmosphere grew tense again as they drove deeper into the unknown, and Sarah's presence became increasingly unsettling. Just when Emily was about to voice her concerns to Mark, they rounded a bend in the road and were met with a horrifying sight. Up ahead, a line of hooded figures stood blocking the road, their faces obscured by masks. It was a nightmarish tableau straight out of a horror movie. Mark slammed on the brakes, and the car screeched to a halt. Panic set in as the figures began to approach, their slow, deliberate steps creating an eerie rhythm in the darkness. Emily's heart raced as she realized they were surrounded, with no way to escape. As the figures closed in, Sarah's demeanor shifted. She turned to Mark and Emily, her eyes filled with malevolent intent, and whispered, "You shouldn't have stopped." A chilling moment, Mark and Emily knew they were trapped in a nightmare far beyond their worst fears, and their chilling encounter on that desolate road was just the beginning of a true traveling horror story they would never forget.